Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
It's Coffee and on ON, AM, and FM. Thanks for joining us. It's Tuesday morning, September the 9th. I'm Joe Callahan, and around the coffee and table, we'll say good morning to Linda Tebow. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Ed Cruz here, too, from the Crew Investment Group. Hi, Ed.
Hello there.
And the first segment sponsor of the Coffee and program is the Crew Investment Group in their fine establishment down there in Cumberland. Has it been a year? You been down there?
More than that.
More than a year? Two?
Yeah. No, it was
No, okay.
made a year at the end of May or
Okay.
beginning of June.
All right. And time flies, you know, right?
Yeah.
Have you met all your neighbors?
Where?
In Cumberland. Yeah, you know, your other people.
There's only one guy on the second floor with us.
Oh, okay.
He's just an accountant, a
Okay.
CPA firm.
Nice guy?
I guess.
Well, okay. Just wondering.
He hasn't done anything nasty.
Oh,
to us.
good. That's all right.
Obeying the name
He hasn't
of the
called.
Lord.
Really?
He hasn't called the cops on you, so that's
No,
so good.
no,
All right.
We try not to do anything to get the cops.
That's a call anyway. All right. So everything's great. All right. Very good. All right, Ed. Time for our first message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality, conservative approach to investing, give us a call at 765-8880. Integrity, Trust, Service, the Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed. So coming up this week, major announcements for companies. Apple making announcements this week.
Today.
What are they? What will they be telling us? What's going on with those guys?
No, ask me tomorrow.
Oh, they're keeping it secret, eh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was their
Annual thing?
Yeah, where they tell you about some of their upcoming products.
Okay.
They're going to most probably announce a new iPhone Air, which would be a less expensive iPhone.
Okay.
You know, and probably a thinner iPhone than the last one. And there are other things. The AirPods.
Yeah.
They usually make changes to that. You know, I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that they're going to come up with that. I mean, they don't divulge them in advance. Otherwise, why have the big presentation?
That's right.
No surprise.
Right.
All right. So that takes place. It's always out in California, isn't it? That takes
Yes.
place up there, or Seattle, wherever they're.
Yeah, Cupertino.
Okay. What time? Noonish or
1.
1. Okay. All right.
1 Eastern time.
Eastern time. Okay. Now the other things. I don't know if Ed's. We always talk about Jerome Powell, and he's always going out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, to have these meetings. Isn't the Federal Reserve Chairman coming to Rhode Island, Ed? I mean, mark this down on the calendar.
Is he?
Yes. He's scheduled to be in Rhode Island on September 23rd. All right. So today is the 9th.
A couple of
And
weeks.
so 2 weeks from today. Okay. He's going to be the featured speaker at the Greater Providence Chamber of Commerce annual Economic Outlook Luncheon.
Wow.
Powell's visit will come just days after the Fed is expected to consider cutting interest rates.
Yes.
So, wow.
Yeah, that's next week.
Right.
They cut that deal. It's next week that they're cutting.
That they'll do it?
interest rates.
Now, his
I
last
guess I
visit,
gave away my position on that.
his last visit to Rhode Island was quite a while ago. He hasn't been here since 2019.
I wonder why. Been too busy.
There's
going
no reason to Jackson Hole.
Well, that's every year.
Yeah. So, I know. I don't think you're a member of the Greater Providence Chamber of Commerce, but is this something you'd like to attend or would want to attend, or just, nah, it's nice that he's here, but that's okay?
And it's nice that he's here, but that's okay.
Okay, well, just letting you know he's coming to town,
Good.
and we'll see what he have to say. So it won't be, he's going to talk about the economic outlook right on the heels of the biggest, one of the biggest no kiddings happened yesterday. Hasbro leaving Rhode Island.
I mean,
Well-
I don't think I'm not surprised. Why is
I don't think
anybody?
I don't think anybody's
why
surprised.
is anybody? Well, I do think that those in power, like Grevian and
But-
Dan McKee were.
They
How can you
to
be
me
surprised?
they can't be surprised.
No, that's what I mean.
They were
I
talking about
expected
that for almost a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been public.
Yeah.
Right. And all summer,
Yeah.
when reporters would ask, hey, any news out of Hasbro? And they say, well, we keep reaching out to them and they don't get back to us.
That's 'cause
Well,
we're
boy, that's just a
leaving.
huge sign right there that we're leaving.
We're leaving.
So, and
No,
they're,
I didn't think. I was not surprised at all.
they're taking their potato head and going north.
Fine.
They're
Yeah.
shipping up to Boston, as
Yeah.
as the song
Yeah.
goes.
Yep.
And I don't know, did you see the pictures yesterday? There were a whole bunch of little Mr. Potato Heads right around the Seaport District
Oh, really?
that they took
Yeah.
pictures of. I said,
Yeah.
all right, that's pretty cute right
Yeah,
there. So, and so they must, it doesn't tell you, but they must have gotten quite the deal from Massachusetts.
Oh, I'm sure they
and from
did
the city
some-
of Boston.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
I mean, Maura Healey was just, doing cartwheels
Oh, I mean, gosh, she was so
yesterday.
happy.
yesterday that
happy,
that
so
Hasbro was
happy.
coming. They're going to have 7 floors, 265,000 square feet
Yeah.
of just of business offices and corporate services. The whole shebang is moving up there. 700 jobs
Yeah.
are coming into the Seaport
Yeah.
District in Boston. Roughly. I mean, some people will probably not go. Some people will probably retire and like that. And that they're going to stretch it out. They always try to make it as smooth as possible. And I think they want to be in there by the end of 2026.
Yes.
Is that the
yes,
rule? The
yeah.
ruling? Okay.
I guess about 400 people will be coming out of Pawtucket and going up there.
Yeah. All right.
It's the second major toy company to go to Boston this year.
What was the other one?
Lego.
I didn't know they went to. Where were they before?
I don't know.
No. Well, okay. Becoming the toy capital of the world, huh?
I know,
How about
yeah.
that? Okay. Now we have it in the story, and it just says the company, Hasbro, says Rhode Island will always be part of its story and is committed to staying connected with the community and local partners for years to come. Can I just bull? That's that's all I can say about that. Yeah, there you go. There's another word for it.
Won't take my call. Yeah, we believe that.
Yeah, I go.
yeah,
I go.
yeah.
The companies always say that. Oh, we'll always be part of the community, and then they're not. and then they go away.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's kind of, I mean, it is too bad. I mean, they started here.
over
From-
100
from-
years.
That's what I mean. Yeah, there probably should have been a little bit of allegiance and a thank you and a.
Well,
Well,
you knew that was going to happen eventually,
Eventually,
once
yeah.
the Hassenfeld brothers
Yeah.
got out.
Yes.
Hasbro,
Yeah,
once,
right.
Yeah.
once the
Yeah,
they were
right,
no
yeah.
longer in charge.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
So naturally, the mayor of Pawtucket and the governor, Dan McKee,
Yeah.
say, well, they're disappointed, obviously, and like that, and it's a painful reality. That's what the governor, that's what the mayor said, and it's like, oh well. Now what do we do with that building? There's that huge building on Newport Avenue in Pawtucket. That's the Hasbro building.
It is a big building.
It is. It's a monster. It's monstrous. Do we turn it into? Should they turn it into housing? I don't know what they should do with it.
There's always housing.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
seem to have a hard time. You know, the Pawtucket Red Sox win.
yeah. Well,
Hasbro.
that's what people were posting yesterday.
Yeah.
First the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Now it's Hasbro.
Now it's
Great job, guys.
Yeah, good job,
Keep
good job.
keeping people there. So, back to companies saying, "Oh, we'll always be part of the community."
Yeah.
Of course, the Worcester Red Sox said that too.
Yeah.
Pawtucket will always have a soft spot for Pawtucket in our hearts, and they do to some extent.
Yeah.
And they still have a Rhode Island Recognition Day
Yeah, I
in
see
Worcester.
that,
They break out the paws and socks costumes that walk around and have your picture taken. They still, to this day, will have a drawing to send two kids, and a chaperone to a World Series game. And those two kids always come out of the Pawtucket YMCA. They started that down in Pawtucket.
Really? Oh,
They still continued to do that. So they're the only ones that can win that little contest. And next year they want to do more Pawtucket team stuff, Worcester. So they still do reach back occasionally to do stuff. I don't see what Hasbro's going to do to reach back and say, well,
that's very good on Worcester.
that's, yeah, it's nice. It's nice that they do that.
You know, nobody made a big effort to try to keep them here.
Well, they did.
Well,
They did, and then they changed. They
It wasn't
changed
good,
the.
then they
They
ch-
changed
yeah.
the deal at the 11th.
That's what I'm
Literally the
saying.
11th
Yeah,
hour.
that's what I mean. So nobody went out of
And
their way.
and Worcester said, "This isn't the deal we came here to sign." Well, this is the new deal. Well, we're not signing it. So they walked away and they went to Worcester. So, all right. So that was the big news yesterday. Came down about 2, 3 in the afternoon
I think it was
yesterday.
something like
That we made the announcement and we're leaving. And it's like, wow, here's a knock me over with a feather on that one. and,
Right.
and then the announcement came out yesterday. Helena Folks is making her
Running.
big announcement
Yeah.
today at noontime. She's going to be at Roger Williams Park at noontime today on this Tuesday to announce that she's going to run for governor. Against, I guess they're going to have another primary.
Another primary.
I mean, she came that close last time. People kept saying, the pundits always said, boy, if the election was like one more month away,
yeah.
she would have beat Dan McKee. But she just ran out of time. So we're gonna try it. She's gonna try it again. She's a former worked at CVS. She's
Yes,
was she
that-
CEO or
I think she was CEO.
Okay,
She did a good
for
job.
a while.
Isn't it interesting, though, that they say that they're going to announce it? You just did.
Yeah. Well,
A little redundant. Yes, tomorrow I'm going to announce that I'm running. You just did.
well, from what I've read yesterday, they
They
said
have
that
to make a big hoopla
she
about it.
basically said, "Well, I'm making a major announcement tomorrow." When she said this yesterday, "Oh, you're running for governor?" Yes.
Well, that's what I mean. You
But
just
she's gonna.
did.
I know, but she's
I
gonna.
think it'd have the whole hoopla.
She's gonna gather together her people. Now the
Her
question,
people, yeah.
the question comes now is does Attorney General Peter Nerona run for governor
I think he's going to.
as a Democrat though?
I don't know. Well, that's what
Well,
he is.
he is.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be quite the battle
Yeah.
for on the Democratic side to see who wins the primary.
Yeah.
If he
Right.
if he decides to run, he hasn't really come out and said,
I
but
think he will.
well,
And then
Ed-
there's Shikachi, too. Yeah.
wow, I forget about the Speaker
Yeah.
of the House. But Ed, we get more press releases from the Attorney General every day.
Yeah.
He's sending something out. I said we have never received this many press releases from the Attorney General ever
Of what? Of Rhode Island?
of Rhode Island.
Rhode Island,
Oh,
yeah.
Just you get one maybe once a month. Now we're getting them every day.
He's been very
Got to
public.
keep his name out in the
Of
in
course.
the public and how he's. I'm going to do this.
Name
and
recognition.
I'm going to do that. Yeah. So, but then you keep saying, "Well, are you going to run?" And he's like, "Well, I haven't made a decision yet."
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's the decision's coming. I'm talking with the family, and that's what they usually say, and we'll see where it goes. But that's what's going on today. If you want to go down to wherever. I don't know my way around Roger Williams Park that well, other than the zoo is there, but the casino at Roger Williams Park, I think it's just like a gazebo of some sort
Yeah.
that's there. Feel free to go on down and see what Helena has to say. So I don't think you'll be that surprised. All right, time to take a break here in the Coffee Hour program. So Ed, time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3, Cumberland, Rhode Island. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. And the Coffee and program will continue. You can call in comments and questions at 766-1240.
First news, best music. This is ON Radio.
Thousands of smart New Englanders trust Eston and Richard Insurance Agency for all their insurance needs. Because we're an independent agency, we're able to select the best policies from the best companies to create custom business and personal insurance programs. And your call is important to us, so you'll always be able to speak to a courteous member of our staff and never forward it to voicemail.
Eston and Richard Insurance is your solution to a no-hassle approach to insurance. Call us at 401-766-4200 or visit us at estonandrichard.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON AM and FM.
All right, Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And so last night I got an email from our friend Louise, who's on the Do You Remember program occasionally, and she said that that CBS News was doing a story on the family of the boy that had the baseball taken away from him at the Phillies Marlins game. And now, unfortunately, she sent it at 6:45, and I read it at like 7:55. So I completely missed it. And so I said, did they identify who she is yet? And she did write back and gave me a brief synopsis of what the CBS News said. They did not identify her, although the latest I'm hearing is that now she's a meter maid somewhere in Pennsylvania. But, that's the internet, so who knows if that's true or not. But they just said CBS focused on the autographed bat that was given to the boy and showed the related video of the boy that met the Harrison Bader who hit the home run. The report didn't mention or show the gift bags given by the staffers, because the Marlins did give them something as well. But they did mention that the son was a fan since he was very young, and even showed a cute picture of him in a Phillies shirt in like a onesie when he was a baby.
Cute. I saw that,
the reporter did ask the son what he learned from the incident, and the son answered that he learned basically how to de-escalate a situation, how to take the high road like his dad did.
Like his dad
Yeah.
did,
And he did, and he used the word de-escalate. When asked, the father said that he will not say anything about the woman. He acknowledged that the internet is already having its say, which they are, which is really funny. And he doesn't want to be, quote, that guy that keeps piling on. So again, he's taking the high road.
Yeah.
So, good for him. And then Louise said, I thought he showed a lot of class, and he has. And I just remember watching the video. You watch the video. She's so lucky she didn't get clocked, because he threw his fist up immediately.
Yeah.
Who's attacking me?
Yeah, right.
And so he could have swung, and he didn't. And it's so funny. I'm hearing different people and their reaction to the whole thing, and it's really split down gender roles. And a majority of the men said, what would you have done in this situation? They all say, would have done the exact same thing, given the ball to her, go away and leave us alone. Women, on the other hand, are saying, no, they'd stand up and fight. Not physically fight, but they said, there's no way we're giving the ball to this crazy woman.
Well, I think she was totally out of line.
Well, she is.
She's totally out of line. And want to take it away from a kid. What's wrong?
I know.
What's wrong with
wrong
you,
with
woman?
you?
Or anybody, man, woman are in between.
Well, even if you think, the ball landed near me.
Yeah,
Well, it did.
Yeah, but near you.
Near you.
But
I
you
know.
didn't get it.
But you didn't get it. And even when you looked over,
Yeah.
and saw that the whoever did get it gave it to a boy.
Yeah.
Okay, you just back off.
Yeah,
oh,
fine.
well,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
And so, the kid got it, so yay. Now, she wasn't there with any young people. I think
No,
she was
she
just
wasn't.
there with her husband.
Yeah. and you see that oftentimes when a ball is hit, not a home run or whatever, even a foul ball, and the kids want it and everything. And sometimes you'll see maybe a grown man pick it up and say, "Here you go."
Yeah, they'll look
Yeah.
around.
You give it to the kid. Come on.
It's just talked about it yesterday. It's one of those unwritten rules
Yeah.
for fans at games.
Yeah. The kid first.
the kid,
Yeah.
boy or girl, it
didn't
kids,
matter.
the kids
Yeah.
get the ball.
Yeah. No, I saw that on the news, and I was very disgusted with that woman.
And
And he did take the high road, and he gave a very good example to his son.
well, yeah.
That he this is what a gentleman does.
And if you notice, Ed, did you see the video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you notice, not only is he there with his son, he's there with his daughters too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
two other young
Yeah,
girls.
yes. Yeah.
Not younger than the boy.
No,
So they must have
yeah.
been teenagers.
Yeah.
So he's there with his
Yeah.
with his three kids.
Yeah.
And do I want to be the guy on the news punching out some lady?
No.
No, I do
No,
not.
no, maybe
I
Tripper, but no.
Yes, I don't. I don't want to be. You keep saying I don't want to be that guy. So,
Yes, I know.
So
You know what I mean.
he acted very quickly and made the quick decision. The saddest part is he actually had to reach into his son's glove to get the ball.
Take
Yeah.
it away, and took it away from
I wonder if he said sorry, son, and
Yeah,
just grabbed
but
the
I
ball
mean,
and
but-
gave it to
and
her
the
and told her
kid-
go away.
Yeah, and the boy didn't seem to be, he.
He was just in shock.
Well,
And
yeah, he
my,
was.
My ball's been
but,
taken away from me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and if you don't, by the way, if you go to a game and you get a foul ball or a home run and you don't give it to a child, people start chanting.
Yeah.
Give it to the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, they will do that, and so there's
Yeah.
got to be one around here. So here you go, and if you don't, you get booed.
Well, and the thing is,
A
when
lot.
he said she's getting, all kinds of issues on internet, and the thing is, the world saw her.
Well, yeah.
The whole world saw her do that.
It's all over the internet and Facebook, and they're having a party
and
with
even
this
like,
on
and
Facebook.
I'm sure like her own family and her friends, and like, we don't know her, Yeah.
So not only do you have the go ahead, Ed.
See the one. I don't know if you've seen the one that they put on Facebook of her holding up a ticket saying, "It's my lottery. I win."
No, I did see the one that was like Photoshop,
Yeah.
where the boy is getting the bat
Yeah.
from the player,
Yeah.
and here she comes into the shot. That's my bat.
Yeah.
That's my bat.
But the thing
That's
is,
really funny.
I said, but I am so glad that the team did what they did.
Yes.
They
Both
made.
teams.
I mean,
Both teams,
he didn't
exactly.
even just get the ball. He got the.
No, he got better.
He got better. He got better.
More
And
merchandise,
pictures and
Pictures,
recognition
meet,
and.
meet the player
Yeah,
who's
all
one of
of
his
the
favorite
above.
players.
Exactly.
I said, sometimes karma is good.
Yeah, right.
When
yeah.
you do good
what
things,
goes
good things.
around comes around.
When you do
right,
good things,
yeah.
good things come back to you.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one
What?
here. I just opened.
That's showing from the Coldplay
Coldplay.
kiss cam. There's the woman as the Philadelphia Karen as the woman. So
Oh man.
it's that is pretty funny. And you must have seen the one, Ed, because they've photoshopped in because she looks very similar to our senator.
She does.
U.S. Senator Elizabeth
She really
Warren
does.
And so to make
the way
to
she acted
swap out the
don't surprise
faces.
me.
It's like, boy, that looks like Elizabeth Warren, doesn't it? And boy, that's something she would do, wouldn't it?
Sure.
So it's like, wow. But to scream at the guy, that's my ball. Wow. Wow.
How ladylike of her.
You never seen it. I've never seen anything like it. So, and things still go on because they're still trying to figure out, who she is and where she works, so they can pressure the company. Let's say she worked. I mentioned yesterday, if she works for a big company, if she works for a municipality, they'll let her go. You're bringing bad.
But can you
karma to
imagine if
us.
you were that woman's son or daughter?
Oh.
They must be so
So
embarrassed to say that. That's my mom.
Mom, what are you doing? What are you thinking? And maybe they're being smart and they're laying low and hoping something else comes along. Like we had the Coldplay kiss cam. And that lasted for about a week, maybe two,
Yeah.
and then it kind of died away.
Yeah.
I said, well, maybe this will last a week or two, and hopefully something else will happen that focuses your attention somewhere else.
Oh, something, of course.
It will
definitely
come along,
Yeah.
but you don't know when, and it's not coming along fast enough, I think,
Not for
her. No, not at all. So, all right. So I thank Louise for giving me the update on what the CBS News did, focusing in on the family and the good stuff that happened to them. He's just going to be. He's going to be the hero.
Oh, yeah.
Back at his school.
Oh yeah.
You got to bring the bat in. You got to tell us what happened. What did the, I guess that if you want to go for good stuff, the woman didn't yell at the kid, so got to be happy about that. She just yelled at the dad, kind of thing, because he's the one that grabbed the ball. And like I mentioned yesterday, once the ball lands in the stands, it's a free for all. It's anybody's, whoever can get to
That's
it
right.
first.
It's whoever gets to it first.
And if you didn't catch it in the air, oh well, it's the way it goes.
Too bad.
Closest I ever came, I was at the Providence Civic Center for a Providence Bruins game. This is before they had the nets up behind, and we were behind one of the goals, and a puck got tipped up to us, and it came a little to my left where my older brother was, and he had a better shot at it. So I let him go for it, but the puck was tumbling, so when he went and got it, it bounced off his fingers and went somewhere else. I said, "It was in your hands." How did you drop it? He's like, I don't know. And it fell to the ground, and someone else got the puck because you dropped it. Did we yell at the other person? No. And I mentioned yesterday, by the way, if you want a ball that bad, just go to the pro shop at whatever stadium and buy one. They're $5 or $10. Just buy a ball.
Buy one.
They're right there,
right
and now you have one. Aren't you happy? It's like wow. All right, more on that as things go along. As the entire every news media is trying to figure out who this woman is.
And someone will. They're going to find out.
I think they will
They
eventually.
will find out.
I know. So
They'll find out.
it would have been easier, I think, if the game was in Philadelphia, but. Since she's a Phillies fan down in Miami, it might be a little more difficult to find out who she is right away.
True. Okay, yeah.
So amazing that it was two Philly fans
Yeah.
going
At
after
the
each
same-
other. Oh,
yeah.
what I read yesterday, because people are putting out that Major League Baseball should make an announcement and say she's banned from all Major League Baseball for life.
Really?
Yeah. The guys on the coffee and panel yesterday, well, that's a little strong. Well, okay. But the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles football team says she is not welcome
Really?
at a Philadelphia Eagles game.
Wow.
Wow. Now I don't know. Maybe she's not a football fan.
Yeah.
Who knows? But he was proactive in saying you are not allowed here.
He's afraid she's going to go steal the football
I
from
was
the
gonna-
referee. That's my ball.
That's my fault. Yeah.
1st and 10. You're out of here.
All right. Moving on from that, we had an accident in Cumberland yesterday where a man passed away. He was at Lynch Place at a construction site, and his dump truck overturned, and he got trapped inside the vehicle. They had to use the jaws of life to get the man out. He was a subcontractor, didn't work for Lynch Construction, I guess. Had to free the injured subcontractor from the wreckage. He was taken to Rhode Island Hospital, where he passed away. The accident remains under investigation. So that's big news there from yesterday.
Very sad.
Very sad as well. Okay, we're going to take a break on the Coffee and program, and more coming your way. It is time for the forecast, and let me tell you, the forecast is being brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Sunny skies today with a high near 73 degrees. Tonight, a slight chance of a shower after 2 a.m., increasing clouds with an overnight low of 52. Wednesday's weather mostly cloudy and 68. Thursday, sunshine and 78. Friday, sunshine and 73. Saturday, mostly sunny skies and 73. Sunday, mostly sunny skies and 75. And on Monday, partial sunshine with a high near 72 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, we've got sunny skies and 53 degrees. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at crohnscolitisfoundation.org.
Assisting families in their time of need means planning a service that's appropriate, traditional or personalized, with special references to public service or military honors. Often people ask, how can I assist the family? The answer is usually just be there for them. And in some cases it may mean securing the home, taking care of pets, and compiling important documents. The dedicated staff at the Estapardo Memorial Chapel will guide you through the process, whatever your needs. For more information about pre-planning, please call 767-5577. They're located at 1583 Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket.
Rabies is a preventable viral disease most often transmitted through the bite or scratch of a rabid animal, including bats. To protect you and your family, avoid feeding or touching stray or wild animals. If you're scratched or bitten, wash the area immediately and seek medical attention. Report all bites, scratches, or bat exposures to your local animal control officer or Rhode Island Department of Health at 401-222-2577. Learn more at health.ri.gov/rabies. Sponsored by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
ON Radio, ON Worldwide, in Woonsocket.
That's us. It is Coffee Ann on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And I did find the story, Ed, and about you're right about it's the preliminary election today in Boston. Mm-hmm. The office of mayor and some city council races are on the ballot today in their preliminary election. Incumbent Michelle Wu has held big leads over challenger Josh Kraft in the polls for the race for mayor. Wu and Kraft are both expected to advance to the general election in November, with the top two advancing and the other candidates far behind in the polls. So there are others running for mayor. Mm-hmm. We just haven't heard of them. And the top two move on. Okay. Kraft has indicated that losing to the mayor by 15 points or less in the preliminary election would be considered a victory. Okay. Polls are open in Massachusetts until 8 o'clock, Boston actually, until 8 o'clock tonight. So, all right. So you haven't heard of last of Josh Kraft. So he's probably going to come in second, and we'll see if he gets in within the 15 points. So now the National Weather Service has said there were actually 4 tornadoes in Massachusetts on Saturday. Yesterday we had one. They said that we had a confirmed touchdown in Holden. And Mass, but now they're saying Paxton, Stowe, and Berlin all had tornadoes in that touchdown in those towns. They did knock down the tornadoes. They knocked down trees. They caused some damage to structures in the affected area. These were the first confirmed tornadoes in New England in over a year. The most recent one was in Rhode Island last June. So, wow. They had some crazy weather out there in Worcester County on Saturday. So, all right. And just a bizarre story out of Lynn, Massachusetts. 31-year-old man from Lynn is accused of kidnapping and killing his sister. Isn't that bizarre? It's bizarre right off the bat. He's being ordered held without bail. Oh, so that's a good thing. The body of 38-year-old Michelle Knox was found inside an apartment on Newhall Street in Lynn on Saturday. Prosecutors say Joshua Smith made numerous statements about killing Knox before his arrest. Smith has a long criminal history and is charged with murder and kidnapping. That's all we got on that. No more. What in the world led to this? Is it money? Did she cut him off financially? Don't know. But that one's bizarre. So
She took his baseball.
Maybe she took the baseball. I didn't think of that. Probably not though. That's been done. Let's see. All right. Other things going on. Unions at Brown University and Brown University Health are joining together. They're going to create a new labor federation. That's what we need, Linda.
One more.
We need more unions. Right, Ed? We need more unions. That's what we need. A spokesperson said the goal of the Brown University Labor Council is to create a cohesive movement for all sectors and workplaces affiliated with Brown. Or do we just want more money? All right. A series of educational events are set to begin this coming Monday to help employees get involved in their unions.
Federation.
What do we do with the old union?
Yeah.
Do we? Does it go away? Did they disband it?
Those are only for brown people.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know. I've never seen where a new labor federation being created. It's history in the making. So okay, all right. I keep asking my son. My son, lives up in Maine. With his job, he's in a union. First time ever. I said, What's your union, by the way? He goes, Teamsters. Like
Teamsters?
he's
Oh, wow,
a Teamster,
that's a big
local whatever it is up there. I
yeah.
said, how's it working out? So far, everything's fine. Okay, all right, good. You like that they take money out of your paycheck? Well, I don't like that, but the union
Yeah,
dues.
they
But,
do. Yeah.
well, okay, so. All right, and the Providence police broke up a sidewalk encampment, homeless encampment, on Orm Street. Police removed the homeless encampment on Friday. It had occupied a significant area near the 195 overpass. Channel 6 reported a spokesperson for the police said clearing a homeless encampment is a last resort. The man who had been living there was not arrested. They just said, you got to go somewhere else. So. And they just said it's open to pedestrians. I guess people didn't want to walk over the bridge because
Well,
you
yeah.
got to step over
Yeah.
these people. And now we're not going. We don't want to go that way anymore. So, all right. So, let's see. And that's nothing go on. Did you hear? West Point was supposed to have Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah.
At some kind of an award ceremony,
Really?
and they canceled him.
Why?
Well, and now our president is applauding West Point. Their decision to cancel a ceremony honoring actor and veterans advocate Tom Hanks, the Oscar winner, who's played soldiers in movies like Saving Private Ryan and Forrest Gump, was to receive the Sylvanus Thayer Award on September 25th. It's given to a civilian who exemplifies duty, honor, and country. But President Trump is no fan, taking to his social media after West Point canceled the Hanks ceremony, writing, quote, "We don't need woke recipients getting our cherished American awards." Hanks has supported Democrats, including Barack Obama and Joe Biden. The military academy says this decision will allow West Point to focus on its core mission of preparing cadets to lead. So they don't really say, West Point's not really saying why they've canceled Tom Hanks. Just that, well, we don't feel like having him here. I don't know.
Not hard to figure out.
Is it because he doesn't support the president?
Oh yeah, that's one. Certainly is
Yeah.
one reason.
Yeah.
What's the other? I'm missing it.
He is woke, or whatever
Is he?
you want to call it.
Is he very far to the left?
Some of his policies are way to the left. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess that makes sense. All right. And in case you were wondering, because I told Dave maybe about a month ago, I said, "Hey, Dave, looks like Howard Stern's going to become available. Maybe we should hire him." Of course, Dave laughed.
Yeah, right.
But no, it was all a hoax.
Yep.
It was all a publicity stunt, really. And he is staying at Sirius XM Radio. He's not leaving, but despite causing a frenzy with recent prank on the fans and the media. At the top of Stern's 7 a.m. time slot, Bravo host Andy Cohen appeared announcing a rebranding of the channels as Andy 100, which prompted multiple media outlets to report that the longtime host was leaving Sirius XM. However, Stern came back on air about 10 minutes later to announce it was all a hoax, and he criticized inaccurate reports about his employment status, calling them bad rumors. The prank comes as his future with Sirius XM remains unclear after signing a 5-year deal in 2020, which is he's got to sign another one coming up, and I guess he's just going to stay. They pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
They pay him a ridiculous
And
amount
they
of
have
money.
paid him a lot of money for a long time.
Yes, and I don't know how they can afford to pay him the amount of money they have, because all I ever hear is they keep losing subscribers.
Uh-huh.
They'll gain some, but overall it keeps going down. And so I don't know how they can keep affording to pay him. Unless they're getting a lot of money from national ads that are on his show and on other shows as well. But it's just like, but if they're just relying on subscribers, they'd never be able to pay him what they pay him. It's in the millions. Is it $20 million a year?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's baseball related salaries. I don't like that. All right. So, I forgot to get the Linda's impression of the first game for the Patriots was Sunday. A loss, 20-13.
Lackluster.
From the outside, you look at it. 20-13. Well, that's pretty close. Not really.
Not, yeah.
Especially when you're up 10-7 at the half.
Yeah.
And then, we kicked another field goal later in the game to make it 20-13. But we were out of it so quickly in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Can they bounce back? Is what the real question is.
Yeah.
Can they come back against the Dolphins this coming Sunday?
I don't know. I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
As I was saying, I was expecting or wanting more, and it wasn't.
No. Can they bounce back, Ed?
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't win. They didn't play well. But Drake threw a lot of passes that, in my opinion, should have been caught.
That happens.
Yeah,
you're right. Mm-hmm.
There were at least 6, if not more, that landed in the guy's hands,
and they dropped it.
Or they tipped it, or stuff like that. But they lost. And I guess that's all that most people want to dwell on. Did they win or did they lose?
Well, that's right. And this is what I'm counting on, because back in the good old days, when Belichick's teams lost a game, the coaches all got together and came up with a very effective game plan for the next game, and they went out and executed and usually won the next game after they lost. All right, let's see if Mike Vrabel and his coaching staff can do the exact same thing. Here we're going to play the Dolphins, who are not very good. Let's see if they can come up with a game plan to beat the Dolphins. Yeah, it's going to be down in Miami, so it's going to be tougher with the being on the road. I get it, but we got to play them on the road, and we got to try and beat them. If they can beat them, okay, we're back to 1-1, and everything's going to be fine. But if they drop to 0-2, the gnashing of teeth will continue.
Well, the thing is, too, I think, they said, they've got Josh McDaniels back. Vrabel is a seasoned coach.
Yeah.
And that they're going to be working with this young quarterback, and they got Diggs, and, and
they didn't use Diggs a lot on Sunday, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
He had some pretty good catches.
Did he?
Yeah.
But they didn't use him as much.
No,
I think
when he did, he caught.
He caught them.
He did caught.
Yeah.
He did caught. Yeah. But I guess I think I expected more excitement.
More excitement.
More
Okay.
excitement, and you could say, "Yay, this is so good!" And
but that's what I heard that yesterday.
It wasn't
from different so-called experts.
I'm not an expert. I just like to watch them. and I do like to watch them win.
But they're concerned about Drake May under Josh McDaniel. They said that we got Drake, and Drake is good when he's looking downfield, and if nobody's open, he can run. He's got speed, better than what we've had in the past.
But he didn't.
He didn't run. And because that's the Josh McDaniel offense, is that the quarterbacks don't run.
Yeah.
He's used to Tom Brady and a few of the others that were slow. And he goes,
Smart.
we're not using smart then. He goes, but we're not using his assets to our advantage.
Yeah.
May can run and can slip around people, and maybe we should be doing that to gain a little more yardage and get a couple of more first downs. Wouldn't that be a good thing?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll change things up. This is the game plan going in against the Raiders. It didn't work. Now we're going to try something else.
Yeah.
So.
Again, I did see him run a few times.
He did run
run a few
He
times.
did.
Yeah.
And he slid when he was
He
supposed
slid,
to.
Yeah. No, I saw him do that.
I think we're being a little too harsh on him.
No. I saw
Yeah.
him do that, and I did see him, and some of them, it was right in your hands, and you didn't catch it. They were, But it was just
not lackluster, like you said.
It was just, and I guess, I think, and you said it, they looked good in training camp and
Yeah,
all
when
that.
they were playing against
But they
themselves.
were playing against themselves, and I guess I thought,
Well, we're not trying to be down on May. I'm down more on the game plan,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it wasn't working. Why didn't we change?
I'm
other
disappointed
things?
that they lost a lot to the Raiders because they're not that good.
No, they're not.
If they would have lost to Buffalo, I would say, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, it's Buffalo. huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. All right, we're gonna take a break here on the Coffee and Program. More coming your way. Please stick around.
ON Radio.
Presenting Again Fling's love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
We are local and live at 99.5.
Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Thibault. Thanks for joining us Tuesday morning, September the 9th. And I don't know if you're a fan of this movie franchise, Linda, but have you ever heard of the Knives Out movie franchise?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, enlighten me.
It's good stuff.
Oh.
They've had 2 movies so far. They're making a 3rd one. The detective is played by Daniel Craig, and he plays Benoit Blanc, and he's the one that always solves the murder. So a murder takes place, and he figures it out. So it's a murder mystery.
Yeah.
But you try to figure it out as it's going along, and it's just like the twists and turns that take place. It's just wow. I didn't see that. Ed, do you know about Knives Out? That movie franchise? Okay. Have you seen the movies?
Not the new one that's supposedly coming out.
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah.
In November. Have you seen the other 2?
Yeah.
The other 2 are really good.
What, Glass Onion?
Glass Onion was one, and
Yeah.
I forget the name of the other one. But Daniel Craig is back as Benoit Blanc. This time, the star-studded cast includes Mila Kunis, Josh Brolin, Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close,
Wow.
Kerry Washington, Jeremy Renner, and Kaylee Spaney. It's called Wake Up, Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Will hit the theaters for 2 weeks. This is the way they do things now. They go in the theaters for 2 weeks starting November 26th, try to gain some money right there, and then they put it on the stream. So it'll go to Netflix on December 12th. And get more people to watch it that way. But I highly recommend it if you can watch any of the other 2. It's not blood and gory and that kind of thing, which is good. But it's just if you like trying to figure out a good whodunit, it really racks your brain. I never figured it out.
I'm sure Netflix is going to have the other 2.
Oh, they probably have the other 2 right now.
Yeah, they could. You
Yeah.
know, but I'm pretty sure they will before the new one.
And
released, yeah.
the first one had Jamie Lee Curtis, and I forgot, was it Don Johnson playing her husband?
I don't remember.
But terribly funny. Because it was a whole family thing going on, and they were getting divorced, so they kept arguing with each other throughout the entire movie. Very, very amusing through the whole thing. So I do highly recommend the Knives Out mysteries. So I look forward to this one too. Although I don't have Netflix, I don't know how I'm gonna have to see it. So that's coming. So okay. Down in Mississippi, authorities are confirming that human remains pulled from the Mississippi River last month in Minnesota. Sorry, I got that wrong. Mississippi River, not in Mississippi, but in Minnesota. I forget it goes up and down the entire country. Are those of a man who disappeared in 1967. They just found the body in the river. Wow. The Midwest Medical Examiner's Office identified the individual as Roy Ben. There's still no word on the cause and manner of the man's death. Ben lived in Sauk Rapids, Minnesota, was 59 when he went missing in September 1967. You would think after all this time, the river would wash it down eventually to the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gulf of America. but no, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's stuck under a rock or something like that. It's like, wow, amazing that they found that. So, okay. Linda, what do you think health-wise? The use of face masks exploded during the COVID-19 pandemic, but most are thrown away as waste. Now a new study out of England finds that masks can release microplastics and chemicals causing problems for the environment and human health. The materials like polyethylene, polyester, nylon, and PVC don't break down easily and can accumulate over time.
It's true.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I heard that, way back when we all started wearing masks. I actually heard it from a nurse. Let's watch in 5 to 10 years the amount of people that have lung cancer is going to go through the roof because we're breathing through this material and shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So here we are about 5 years later.
Yeah.
The real explosion of lung cancer has not happened yet.
Yeah.
But we still got time. Wow. So and here's the start of it. These masks are now contributing to pollutants. And
well.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's very possible.
All right, because we weren't all using the good masks.
No,
like they use in hospitals.
Right.
We were just using whatever you could find at Joe's Variety that were selling.
Well,
masks
and then everybody
so.
got on that bandwagon because everybody needed to wear a mask, so you were seeing them pop up in
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Buy these, here they are on sale, and you can get this for that, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I find the whole thing is kind of amusing. Another health consequence. There's a new study is highlighting a link between hemorrhoids and phone usage while on the toilet. We're spending too much time.
Too much time. The pressure. Yeah.
With too much time because you bring your phone with you.
Yeah.
And you scroll. You're spending too much time.
Yeah.
And so researchers have found that about 37% of smartphone users spend over 5 minutes on the toilet compared with 7% of non-smartphone users. And regular smartphone use on the toilet was associated with 46% greater risk of having hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoids are often associated with prolonged sitting. However, the risk is higher when sitting for too long on a toilet as pressure from the seat can cause blood to pool up. And you don't want that. No. Medical professionals advise against bringing your phone to the bathroom, but if you do, sitting for only 3 to 5 minutes would be ideal. Now, the question I have is, before smartphones,
used to bring a newspaper.
The newspaper in or a magazine, right? The same thing, yeah. And they got hemorrhoids.
in middle school, I'm in shop class. I made from pieces of wood like a magazine holder.
Oh, okay.
And it was small, so it was kind of inclined, and then there was a thing that you put the magazines up against you because my parents subscribed to Reader's Digest, and this thing held the Reader's Digest magazine perfectly. Mm-hmm. And so it was because I made it, because their son made it. Well, we got to put it up somewhere.
Oh, sure you do. Yeah.
So they put it on the back of the toilet and lined up the Reader's Digest magazines.
There you go.
So how come it wasn't an issue 40 years ago when you were thumbing through the magazines?
Well, it's the same thing.
But you didn't hear about, you're spending too much time on the toilet reading.
Right, yeah. No.
I don't know.
But we always knew that some of us knew. And we used to teach it that sitting on the toilet for a prolonged time was not good.
Not good for you.
And I think we knew about that.
Okay.
Even in the old days, before phones. But people did it.
But even... I was watching an old rerun of All in the Family,
Yeah.
And Archie even says,
Yeah.
he grabs a newspaper.
Yes, yeah.
And what does he say? I'm heading to the reading room.
Yes. Yeah.
And everyone laughed, but everybody could laugh because they could relate to that. Well, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. No, it's true. It's the same thing, only now it's a phone.
And also, so you're still reading. You're just not holding it with opening it up like that.
I would find it, reading a magazine or reading a newspaper, it's between you and that newspaper. But, I hope you're just checking your messages. I would be offended if I was on the other end of that phone and you were talking to me or something, you know what I mean?
See, well, people don't tell you that.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
If you call someone, if they answer the phone,
yeah,
they're not going to say, "Well, let me call you back. I'm in the bathroom."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They've just answered the phone. So
no, but it's a little more personal than just reading a newspaper. Or
so you're saying, if you bring your phone into the bathroom and the phone rings,
don't answer it.
Wait till you come out and then call someone. No, that's funny.
I don't know if there's toilet etiquette when it comes to phones.
The only etiquette I can think of.
I don't know what Emily Post would say.
That's a great Dear Abby question. But I would say the only etiquette would be don't drop the phone.
Well, that too.
What if it ended up in the toilet water?
That too.
It's going to ruin the phone, first of all.
Bag of rice.
Does that really work?
I don't know. I never dropped my phone in the toilet. How do I know?
I think
Let me check on Facebook.
I think my son tried that years ago. It was not the toilet. He dove into the ocean, and at the time he had his flip phone in his pocket. And they tried throwing it in rice. It never worked.
But I think some of the new iPhones. My daughter was doing laundry, and she had her phone like in the basket of clothes, and she didn't see it, but it went in to the washing machine. And then she could hear it ringing, and that's where she knew where her phone was. That's where she knew where the phone was, and it was fine. It was an iPhone, a fairly new one, so I guess maybe
mustn't have gone through the spin cycle.
Well, I guess not, but she was looking for her phone. She didn't, it was in with the clothes, got in by mistake, and then it was ringing, so it was okay.
I think when
she didn't put it in rice.
When I first got married, my wife questioned me, "How come you bring?" I think I subscribed to Sports Illustrated. Why do you bring the Sports Illustrated into the bathroom with you? And my answer was, well, why don't you do this? Not why do I do this? Why don't you do this? Not necessarily Sports Illustrated, but something else.
Yeah.
And she had to think about it. She goes, I don't know. And then she started. And now that's what she does.
Yeah.
I guess what you could always do with a phone, by the way, if you do bring it into the bathroom, they say sitting for only 3 to 5 minutes would be ideal. You could set an alarm or set the timer. For 5 minutes, have a little alarm go off. Okay, it's 4 minutes. Stop.
Siri, remind me when 5 minutes comes by.
You could do that.
The thing is, people spend so much time on the phones. Can't we just
have some time alone?
Just
little contemplative time.
Just you alone in the bathroom with nothing. And
To some, I think it would be too much.
What? Too much time away from the phone?
Too much time away from their phone. I'm missing out on something. So yeah, people. Linda, I hate to tell you, but people take phone calls while they're in there. They're gonna keep texting, and they're gonna keep scrolling through the phones while they're in there doing their business.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if you want to know, you got to ask them. Have I interrupted anything? Maybe they'll tell you. Maybe they won't. So.
See, I relish any moments of quiet and peacefulness that I can.
That's always nice, isn't it? And,
leave the phone. Let it down. It rings too often for me. So.
All right. On a final note, before we gotta go, I don't know if you saw the video. This goes back to the Philly Karen. There was a game with the Savannah Bananas. Have you seen the video of that? No. Now, this whole thing was set up. It was like two mascots got the ball, like one of the bananas threw into the crowd, and then like another mascot came over and started yelling at now the mascots are yelling at each other. And he grabs the ball, and the one of them was dressed up like the Grinch from Christmas. So he grabbed the ball and walked away. I said, somebody's really thinking. I love this.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right, that'll wrap it up for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening. Linda, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, Ned Crew, thanks for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, I'm Joe Callahan. Have yourself a great day today. Stay tuned for Do You Remember? Gary Smith and the Crew coming up after the 9 o'clock news. We'll talk again at 2 o'clock this afternoon, right here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.